Hi Year 7, I hope you're all well. We're going to have a look today at erosional landforms, and we're going to have a look at a couple more landforms than we've already looked at before. So we've looked at cave, arch, stack and stump, and so we're going to have a look at a couple more today. Before we start, just a quick reminder on what erosion is. Hopefully you all know this by now, but if not, it's the wearing down or breaking away of rock along the coastline. And it usually occurs when the sea takes lots of energy from the power of the destructive waves. So destructive waves are the type of waves that have more energy and more power. So they're the types of waves that are more likely to cause erosion. So different erosional landforms are created through the different erosional processes that we've looked at previously. And the first one we're going to have a look at two together. So the first one is a wave-cut notch, and you can see the wave-cut notch down there at the bottom of the cliff. So this forms when the waves hit the bottom of the cliff and erode it away. So you get hydraulic action, and you might also get other erosional processes. So you might also get abrasion as well. So then you're left with this cliff above it. This cliff creates this sort of overhang, and here you've got an undercut. And the overhang becomes unsupported. There's nothing underneath it to keep it supported. So eventually this cliff will fall down and the coastline will be retreated backwards. Along with the wave-cut notch, you can also get wave-cut platforms. So wave-cut platforms are the flat rocks at the bottom of a cliff. You might also get some rock pools as well. So they're just formed as the cliff erodes and it leaves behind this flat rock. And you can sometimes see these when the tide is out, but when the tide's in, the water might cover it. So here's just a diagram to show you in a bit more detail of how these form. So you can see here that the sea is attacking the base of the cliff, forming this undercut, this wave-cut notch. Then the cliff is overhanging. There's nothing underneath it to support it. So cliff will eventually fall in. You can see this cliff here will have once been here, and all it's done is retreated backwards into the coastline. And then the wave-cut platforms, this flat bit of rock at the bottom that you can see when the tide is out. Okay, a couple more erosional landforms and how they're created. We've already touched on these as well. We've got headlands and we've got bays. So headlands are more resistant, hard rock, and bays are created because they're softer rock, so they're easier to erode. They're less resistant rock. So here, a sort of bird's eye view of a bay. This is the area that is eroded away because it's soft rock, and then you've got the headlands. So here's a nice diagram to show you how they form. So you need a discordant coastline. So that's alternating bands of hard and soft rock along the coastline. You can see there the wave direction is going in, it's attacking the coast. So bays are the soft rock and headlands are the hard rock. So headlands are the bits of rock that stick out to the sea and they're not easily eroded. Okay, here's an example of a discordant coastline along the UK coast. So you've got points here that are headlands and then the bays as well. So remembering that bays are soft rock and headlands are hard rock. Here's just another more detailed diagram of this. So less resistant soft rock, you've got some examples there, so clay or sand and gravels, and then more resistant harder rock, so for example, chalk or limestone. Here is an example question for you to practice. So it's describe and explain the formation of bays and headlands, and it's 8 marks. So what I've done is I've put the points there, and all you need to do is put them in order from 1 to 7. If you want to, you can actually write out the answer in order. Remember to check back with the question whilst you're doing this. I'll also put this slide on Show My Homework, because I understand that you might not be able to see it properly on here. And then there's just some extension tasks. So you don't have to do these questions, but they're just some questions for you to think about. So they're really relating to population and then problems and benefits of living along the coast. So why do people live along the coastline? Why is the population of the coast increasing so rapidly? You think about somewhere local to us. So Liverpool was built around the coast. It's got a massive major port. and then the city was built around the coast. Why is that good, a good place for economic development? And then there's some questions on benefits and problems of living along the coast as well. Thank you for watching. I hope it's been okay for you. I hope you're all well. You can upload anything to show my homework, and also let me know if you've got any problems as well.